of guys try to come to Stevens. A lot of guys reach out, come up there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all gonna get some dogs.
Yeah, I think we have a running back coming. I forget his name. I gotta look at the list again. But we have a couple guys coming.
Man, I can't believe they made that move. There's not gonna be any income coming in.
A lot of guys try to come to Stevens.
And we live. Here we go. Microphone check. Hey, this is the world's most popular barbecue talk, barbershop talk, man cave conversation. However you like it or dislike it, this is the heavyweight champ of your sports talk podcast. Your boys are back in the building. Myself, D-Way, along with my partner in crime, Mr. Red himself. Let me go through all his nicknames real quick. The Donald Trump of Sports Talk podcast, the last member of the Red-Headed Indian tribe, the man that gets it popping in the old head community. Mr. Red is in the building. How you feeling?
I'm great, man. You're a real jerk.
Along with Mr. S. Rudolph, who we're still working for nicknames. We're still working on nicknames.
Samar's fine. Winners wins cool. That's fine.
We got a bunch for Samar coming up.
Nah. And we also have a special guest in the building with us today, Mr. Kyaire Bynum, Lancaster's own.
Yes, sir. Like City stand up.
What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great. Out here in Tennessee, trying to adjust to this weather right now. It's crazy. This ain't no joke out here. Right now, we're practicing, working out, trying to figure out if we're going to have a season. They just recently postponed that season to September 26th. So we're trying to hope for a season because we got some dogs that just came in. So it should be a good season for sure. Right now, just learning the system. Just recently transferred here and trying to adjust to everything out here right now. But it's going well for sure.
You guys lost, didn't they graduate 26 seniors or something?
We graduated 28 seniors. So we're very young. Right now, we're very young in the defensive back position. The majority of everyone came back. We actually have the number one receiver in D2 football right now. He's projected to go second round.
Yeah, Braxton Westfield.
Yeah, boy's a dog.
Yeah, they have him as a late day pick right now in the next year's draft.
Definitely. I know the Bills been looking at him actually. He got some good size too. He's actually 6'4", 220. I didn't know. I didn't personally know. I seen him on film, but when I see him in person, he definitely got that NFL size for sure. We just got some a Notre Dame D tackle transfer. We got a defense end transfer from Michigan State. Them boys is big too. They 6'4". One of them at least 310. The other one probably 295, 300. But they in shape though. They can move too. I was surprised how good they can move. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah, B-Way used to always say the difference between pros is the guys that big and the speed they have.
Yeah,
See them linebackers and them DNs running 4.5s.
I respect it for sure. I respect that. I haven't seen something like that in a long time, honestly. And we got our defensive coordinator. He's pretty legit too. He was previously at Tennessee coaching Eric Berry, and that's one of my favorite safeties all the time.
Yeah.
Think Berry's gonna come back? He had what did he have? Cancer or what did he get?
He did. He came back strong after that year.
Yeah, I think he sat most of last year.
Yeah, he sat. He definitely sat. I think he will come back. He still got some years.
He missed out on getting a ring last year, though.
Yeah, he did. It's all good though. They'll probably win it again this year. Honestly.
I thought I was going to the league until I got to Penn State, and then I started practicing with them guys, and I saw 6'4" DNs who were just as fast as me or faster. And I was
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Let me find something else.
There's definitely some freaks out here, for sure.
But,
I got a question for you. I'm gonna start early. I'm gonna start you your senior year in high school, leaving your recruiting process, and then what transpired to get you to Valley Forge? Because I know you were highly recruited coming out of high school.
And that was a crazy process. So D-Wade, he got me right with Towson University. I started connecting with them, and Lee, he actually helped me network with Delaware University. So I was talking to both schools heavily. Temple was in the mix a bit, and a bit of UVA. I actually favored Towson University.
TU.
Yeah, I definitely did love Towson. Took the visit, loved it. The coaches were cool. Didn't reach the SAT scores. That was a long test. That wasn't no joke. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully they take that out for future.
That's in the talks right now.
Yeah, they need to take it out, man. They're messing up a lot of great players because of that. So we'll see. But actually ended up training. I went to a training session with Rich Garcia and a coach from Valley Forge named Tony Harley. He actually seen me there. He seen me working out. And I guess he liked what he saw, and we eventually started talking, and then he introduced me to a guy named Dante Coles. And he went on from there. Because I actually lost my scholarship from Towson University due to I didn't reach the SAT score requirements. And then, Delaware actually fell off because of, my involvement with Towson. Delaware and Towson got something going on.
What's going on, big?
Yeah.
What's going on with Delaware and Towson, man?
Yeah.
I was a little upset about that, though. I was a little upset.
It was all good.
I was upset they didn't stand by you in that situation.
It was crazy because Delaware said they would have helped me out. They definitely said they would have, even with my SAT score. They said they could have made something work out. But at the time, I didn't really know about too much of that stuff going on, so I was just trying to figure something out because it was close to spring, maybe late spring, honestly. Like right after our state playoff run, I actually found out where I was going. And Valley Forge actually changed my life for sure.
Question for you.
Yeah,
Now I just want to give you some credit because still you took your future into your own hands. Is it true you spent most of your heavy quarantine time sending out film to random coaches on Twitter?
Oh yeah, I've been grinding. I was grinding all quarantine. I actually learned that technique from Valley Forge. Me and my boy Mike Holland. He's a corner. He played at Mississippi Valley State. Big dude, like 6'3", like 200. We would wake up at like 7 in at Valley Forge and go to the library and just send our film out to different coaches. But now it's like coaches don't really look at the emails, honestly. So it's more into Twitter. So you just like you can find like, let's say, Carson Newman Athletics, and all the coaches will come up, and then you click on their page, and then it will say like more to follow, and it'd be like different universities. And so that's how I got into it. And if they follow that,
I give you a lot of credit, man. It takes you put it into your own hands, and you went out there. How many tapes you sent out? Well, not tapes anymore, but videos to different coaches, you think?
Man, I had to send out at least over 200, honestly.
Jeez.
Yeah.
How much feedback you get? You get a lot of feedback?
I got a lot of feedback. I did. I'm not gonna lie, but I believe Carson Newman was the best fit for me, especially the way they're using me here right now. They're using me as like a hybrid safety, Sam linebacker, and they also included me into the nickel package. So I'll be playing sort of like a Tyrann Mathieu sort of position.
Nice.
So
Get to roam the field.
yeah, definitely.
So why not? This is going to be a lot of Stevens questions from me. I coached up at Stevens.
Sure.
Your dad played at Stevens.
Yeah, definitely.
So when I seen your mom, I asked her, I said, why? This was your first year going to Valley Forge. I said, why did Kyaire go to Valley Forge when Stevens is right up the road? I mean,
right.
Not to be at every game.
Yeah.
And she said you weren't no one recruited you from Stevens. No one talked to you. No one spoke to you at all.
I don't remember talking to anyone from Stevens, honestly.
Which is crazy because we had, like I said, like the coaches up there were familiar with your dad. They called your dad Mike Vick. They called him like a version of Mike Vick.
Oh no, I ain't calling Mike Vick for real.
Yeah, Coach Wysock. Coach Wysock was like Mike Vick out there.
What?
I heard your dad was pretty good, man. They said your dad had all the intangibles.
Oh man,
they were high on you. Well, Wysock, Coach Wysock, he was high on your dad.
Brandon, do you think he didn't reach out because he's already supposed to go like small D1?
No, we found out he was talking to Valley Forge. This is my first year there, so actually during the process of him going, I wasn't even working there yet. I started my first year, his first year leaving high school and going to Valley Forge. And I'm not sure. I talked to Wysock and he said we would have loved to have him. So I don't know what the process was. I think he said something maybe like they reached out but no response or something. I'm not sure.
Really?
But they knew because he's so familiar with your dad. He knew exactly who you were.
Hey, y'all did me dirty the first. I think it was my first season there. Yeah. I got kicked out the game and all that.
I was going to bring that up too because it was like it was like the first series.
Yeah, it was like
you had everybody there too, man. Everybody was there for you.
I was there for that one.
I was like, oh, that's crazy.
You know what though? It was a blessing.
Yeah.
I didn't need you on the field.
Yeah, I was ready. I was ready to go
anyway.
I was ready to go to work. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was like, yeah, I'm at the crib. Oh yeah, it's that time.
We was watching you warm up. I was like, man, he's hyped up, man.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know when I'm gonna ever get this chance again.
I think in that kind of in like the JUCO level or somewhere where it's not reviewable, I don't think they should even have the targeting penalty. You got ejected for targeting, which none of us on our sideline thought it was a target. We all thought, no, it was nothing.
Right.
And then it's not reviewable, so they already made the call, so you were automatically ejected.
Yeah, I thought it was a joke. Honestly, I'm like, man, I just got it. I ain't even break a sweat yet.
It was literally the first series, and it was like we felt bad. We were like, oh man, all his people were here. We literally felt bad on the sideline about that, but like nothing we could do. It was like, no, it's not reviewable, and they were just like, he's gone.
Yeah, then they said I couldn't even be on the field. I was like, dang, I might as well go home. Like, I'm already home.
That's crazy.
I actually got another targeting call this previous year. Well, that was a clean hit too. I ain't gonna lie. It was against Fayetteville State. The guy he actually caught a dig on me, but I should have picked it off. I really should have picked it off. And then I was like, I'm gonna get you back. It was a kind of an awkward play because it was like a screen, but it was behind him. He picked it up, but like everyone on my defense stopped. They just stopped. Like the play was over, but I ain't hear no whistle. So I'm like, okay. So I'm waiting for the whistle, but I'm still moving toward him. And like, all right, there ain't no whistle. So it was a clean hit to me, shoulder to shoulder. I guess his helmet came off and the crowd made it. The crowd hyped it up, so the refs decided to kick me out the game. I couldn't even be on the field. They said they'll fine me if I'm on the field, and it was crazy. It was tough.
Man, you like James Harrison out there, man. What you doing?
Man,
that's funny.
Now I'm trying to show everybody I can cover now. They've seen enough hitting, so this year hopefully I show.
Montez perfect.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah. So how's that transition been from being a safety in high school, and then transitioning up, moving in the box to playing outside back?
It was different, especially like at Valley Forge. They moved me into the box, so I didn't know much about linebacker when I first got to Valley Forge. So I would just go. Like if I see a window open, I'm just going. And eventually, once I got to Johnson C. Smith, I started learning how to like actually read, pull, like a guard pulling toward me or away from me. Offensive tackles, down blocking or pass block. So as the years went by, I got a lot smarter. But I think it's beneficial for me in the box because I'm faster than most linemen. So I'm not going to play with no lineman. I'm not about to get all aggressive with somebody that's 6'5", 330 or something like that. I'm not playing around. I'm just going to get right by you. So I use that to my advantage, honestly. But I like playing both safety and linebacker because it's going to advertise me more for the professional level.
Yeah.
You get on being in the box. So last year you started the season wearing 31, but then you finished wearing 26. Man. So it messed up your stats, and you only got 16 tackles last year. How did that affect you in the transferring process? Did it hurt you?
It probably did, honestly. I don't know how where the confusion got about. I actually told the people in the box that I changed my number. I was expecting the coaches to tell them like, yeah, he's switched his jersey number. So some games I wouldn't even have no tackles. I'd be like, dang, like I just had at least 8 the first half. But
how'd you end up changing numbers? You tore a jersey or something? They have a backup?
Yeah, the O-line, they be holding. They hold all games. So my jersey ended up ripping, and they didn't want to order a new one. So
man, the HBCUs need funding, man. What's going on?
Man, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough for the HBCUs. All love to the HBCUs for sure. All love, but it's different. It's different for sure. Once they get the funding up there, they're going to be powerhouses. It's going to be because there's definitely athletes in the HBC programs for sure.
How many tackles do you think you had? You only got credit with 16.
I had no less than 40. Honestly, I had no less than 40. Because last year, I'll be honest, it was a very different year for me. You know, I was a starter. The previous 2 years, I was a starter, and then, you know, my junior year, I got hurt. I missed the entire season. So coming back, I'm thinking, I'm be a starter again. But they basically, we had to do DC. He was like, yeah, you got to work for this. So I respected that for sure. I was putting in the work. I was balling on the field. We just didn't see eye to eye, honestly, at the time. So I was having some issues with playing time a little bit. I was probably seeing I wasn't seeing enough snaps as I should have. And my team is like, yo, we need him. We need help. We need him on the field. So it was a difficult time last season. So this season, it should be a special time for sure. So we'll see.
This
year. And you have 2 years remaining?
No, this is my last year. I got one more year. So
one more.
One more. So it's straight to the point. You gotta get busy off the rip. So I can't play around. So, and I think this is the right school to do it. Right now, I believe we're ranked
23.
20th in the country.
23 on the
country.
Lindy Sports and 25 in College Football America.
And I think that's a little disrespectful towards us. I think we're better than that, but we got to prove it for sure. We got a good schedule this year. We open up with West Georgia. That should be a good show. I know we play LR. They got Lenore Ryan ranked second in the country right now. They just had a safety that went to the Patriots in the second round. We'll play them. I know there'll be a lot of scouts out there watching us. Wingate's a pretty good team, so Wingate's in the top 25 as well. Hopefully we have playoffs this year. You know, COVID going on. We'll see what's going on with that. So right now we're just waiting around. We're still working though. Working hard. We're working hard right here.
All you do is stay ready.
Yeah, just stay ready. That's it.
How do you think the JUCO, like your experience with JUCO, how do you think that helped you for like preparing you for where you're playing now?
Oh yeah, JUCO helped me a lot because when I first got there, I realized I wasn't like if I would have went to Towson right away, I wouldn't have been ready, honestly, because there was so much IQ that I didn't have. Like I was just naturally good, but there were different terms I didn't even know. I'm like, it took me at least, I'll say, 2 months to adjust to college football.
What terminology you mean?
The terminology, the right techniques, like going out there, like even like let's say one-on-ones, like I didn't even know the correct technique to cover someone. Honestly, I was just out there. Like high school, I was just out there playing. Yeah, just playing football. It took me, like where I'm at today, like I'm actually very comfortable with my ability to play on the field. But I wouldn't be where I am today without JUCO football or that long process at all. I had to actually work. Like I had to put in some work. Like private time, my hips weren't good. My coach told me right away. He said, I asked him what I had to work on. He said my hips were stiff. And I didn't realize. I'm like, hey, I felt like I could move good for my weight, but he said your hips ain't good. And I actually realized what he meant now, because now I move so fluently. I use cone drills and ladders. Like I didn't use that stuff in high school at all.
Yeah. Well, there's levels of this, man. Like when you get to that college level, you think you're good.
Yeah.
And it's like,
sure.
it's definitely levels.
I got humbled real quick in college. There was a dude named we called him T.O. He had hands. He had hands, and he could route you up. But he was old though. He was old. He was like T.O. was probably like 26 at the time. I ain't even gonna lie. I was 18. I was 18 years old. So I go up the line up against him. I'm thinking I'm just gonna jam him up. That dude, he got real skinny on me. He embarrassed me a little bit. I ain't like he did. I can't lie. He did.
He played a grown man out there.
Yeah. What'd you say?
He played at Valley Forge.
Grown man out there.
Oh yeah, there was a grown man. out there. Them dudes.
He played at Valley Forge.
Yeah, he was at the Forge. He was nice.
The one that was like 6'4".
Nah, he was probably at least 6'1" though.
There was a kid that was like 6'4", man. He had like 215 yards on us and like 3 touchdowns. Murdered.
My man Chiz.
Yo, I don't know. I'm trying to find him after the game. Like, this dude's amazing.
Yeah, Chiz is dog. Chiz, he's a problem.
I got a question for you. So Carson Newman's defensive back coach, Antonio Galsi, was your teammate of your Uncle Steve Israel in the NFL in the 90s?
Yeah, it's a small world.
So is that how you end up going there? How'd you find that out?
We actually, because he said, he told me, he was like, I played for the 49ers. I was like, really? My uncle played for the 49ers. And he asked me who my uncle was. I said, Steve Israel. And he's like, really? Like, I played, that's my teammate. Like, and I was like, wow. And that's how we started connecting like that. And I was recently at Coach Goss's house, and I was just seeing everything on the wall, like their Super Bowl picture, Super Bowl run. He played with Jerry Rice and Deion Sanders. So he would tell me like how their practices were, like them boys were going at it every day. He said, like, you know how they were against each other. So
I thought that that's how you got recruited there. You didn't even know, just coincidence.
Yeah, it was a small world.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. It was really crazy. And that's probably what really leaned me toward here. Because I was like, oh, these guys, they know someone I know, and it was cool. That was cool for sure. Yeah.
So is he coaching you now directly? Or are you with the linebackers?
I'm actually in between, so I'll see him some days out the week. I'll go over with the DBs because he coaches cornerbacks. So sometimes I'll go over there, get extra work on DB drills, or some days I'm with the linebackers. So I'm getting both. I'm getting work between each one. So
Coach Goss coaches the special teams also, right? You doing any specials?
Special teams. We haven't started special teams yet. I'm pretty sure this upcoming week we're going to start picking up things. I know we're going to start trying to get into like 7-on-7, 11-on-11, one-on-ones. I'm pretty sure we're starting installing our special teams package as well. I want to get on special teams too. I like special teams. I feel
like a lot of NFL coaches look at guys on day 2, day 3 picks if they can play specials. So it's probably good for you to get on specials.
Yeah. Hey, if you're just a special teams playing the league, ain't no problem with that at all. So I'm into kickoff. I like punt. I don't like punt return. Don't put me back there. I ain't ready for punt return. But that punt return's a different breed. I do kick return though. Like, I told him I could return some kicks now. I told him that. So we'll see what they do with it.
Oh,
they trying to put me a receiver too. On the low.
Throwback.
We'll see. For sure.
So hey, what's the difference? Go ahead, B. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to dive into the HBCU. Like, how do you think, you think more kids should go the HBCU route with this whole thing that's been going on with like Mikey Williams and all that?
It'll be amazing. It'll be amazing to see, because the HBCU atmosphere, that's a total different breed right there. That's something you should experience that. Like, I'll never forget my experience at Johnson C. Smith. I'll tell my family, my kids, my friends, like I'm always talk about that. Like, I'm always be a Golden Bull for sure. It's just HBCUs just have to find the funding. That's all it is right now, because the talent is there. They just need some help. That's all it is. But I believe kids should go HBCUs. Honestly, I truly feel that in my heart. Like, you should experience that at least. Like, especially basketball, football, or football or track, for sure. Like,
but you had a chance to work the CAA basketball tournament there, right?
Yeah, CIAA. Yep. Yeah, that was crazy. I'll never forget that.
I heard about those.
Man, the city was shaking. We you got like different events going on. Like, you may have the bands playing, or like you might have celebrities like having a different event, like Fab, Diddy. Like this hat right here, I actually met Steve Smith. He personally gave me this hat. I met him during the CIAA week. We started networking, and I actually helped him move out of his office. He a cool dude, for sure. He's cool.
Is he angry as he always sounds on TV?
Nah, but he talked that trash though.
He was the best trash talker in NFL history, I think.
Yeah, he a dog. He definitely a dog. Hall of Famer for sure.
We were talking about top 5, man. He's close.
Stop it.
I like him though, but he's top 5.
He's in my top 10. He's in my top 10.
You know, if you're playing him, you know, out there. Like, you know, you gotta bring your game, but I don't know if he's top 5 though.
Ice up, son. Ice up, son.
Yeah. My boy Ramsey gave him Ram for his money though.
Oh, Ramsey can talk. Oh.
Yeah, I like Ramsey. That's one of my favorite players in the league right now. For sure.
Yeah, Ramsey's tough. Go ahead, Red. You had another question?
No, I was going to ask someone kind of already covered it. I was going to ask them the biggest difference between being at the HBCU and then going down to Carson Newman.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a big difference. I'm a blunt guy, so I'm gonna be blunt. Especially like culture wise. So HBCUs, you're seeing your African Americans. You're seeing a lot of African Americans. You never see, like, especially coming from up north, and then you're going down south to like a HBCU. You don't see a lot of like successful, like how many successful Blacks there are in the world, and that's what I really expect. I respected that a lot once I got down there. I've networked with so many people and made lifelong friends. And then like now, like going to a PWI, like especially like the time we're in right now with everything going on, it's a big adjustment because you don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Especially like being in Tennessee, I'm not quite sure exactly how to address.
No, I know what you mean.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Like you don't know if you could be 100% yourself because you don't know how it's going to be received.
Right.
But you knew at the HBCU that everybody was like, on the same page as you.
It was all love. It was all love for sure, 100%. Well, from what I've seen, like especially with the team, we're all close. Everyone loves each other. It's all a family. Now outside of the community, it's a little different.
Yeah, that's a shame though, but I think we're moving forward a little bit now, hopefully.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I don't want to have this interview without saying something because I'm big on education and getting free educations for young Black athletes or any young athlete. And you already received your bachelor's in sports management, so congratulations on that.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
And now you're gonna be getting paid to get your master's, so that's nothing light, man. That's a big deal. It's not something easy to do. So I know you want to get into scouting and possibly NFL coaching.
Sure.
That's your so what's your game plan for your masters? And on top of that, do you have any plans this season to to work towards that goal of scouting and coaching? Like, you gonna be in the coaches' meetings? Are you gonna look at film with coaches? How's that gonna go?
Oh yeah, I've been gaining since I've been here. I've been getting a lot of knowledge, different terminologies, different like this defense we're running right now. This is totally different from what I'm ever used to. We run a lot of like man to man, and even our zone coverages. It feels like it's man to man because it's like a cover two. The outside receiver takes an inside release. I gotta like peek and look. I gotta check if he's taking the outside release or inside release. I know if he's taking the outside release, I don't have to worry about him. But he takes that inside release. That's a threat to me. So let's say he runs a dig, I gotta get on that like right away. Like there's no like I can't just chill in my zone. So that's what I'm getting used to, that kind of stuff right now. Because previously in my old schools, like we're just cover two, you just open up, get in your drop, and you could just kind of chill. Like if anything invades your space, just close it up. But right now it's like basically like everything is man to man. So it's cool. It's fun to learn though. It's definitely fun to learn. For sure.
You gonna spend any free time like with coaches, or are you just gonna learn as you go through the season?
Definitely spend some free time. Right now they're playing it. Well, of course the league is the original plan, but if anything, I can possibly be a GA here or hopefully get the spot somewhere else. But I've been networking with our strength coach. He was the strength coach at Tennessee, and I guess him and Nick Saban have some beef going on. Honestly, Nick Saban actually wanted him to be the strength coach at Alabama, and Coach Long is his name. He denied it. He stayed at Tennessee, and Nick Saban, his message to Coach Long was, we're going to blow y'all out every year since you don't want to come here, and they've been doing that. So they got a long history. So that just shows me how much respect he has. Like, and he's been getting this right since I've been down here. He got us sitting in these squats. These squats ain't no joke out here. I'm trying to tell you.
So, I mean, B-Way could probably elaborate on a little more, but he was always talking about when he was a GA about the grind of being a coach, and you got to be flexible, willing to move state to state, city to city. Are you prepared for that?
I'm ready. I'm ready for anything. Hey, I'm ready to grind. I know it's going to be a grind for sure, but whatever comes my way, I'm prepared for it. We've been traveling since we were kids, like AAU or basketball, like that. Like I've been on the go ever since I was 9 years old. So hopefully I should be prepared for it. And yeah. I guess all those times were preparing me for times like this right now, or my future, whatever's going on in my future. So.
Well, the future is going to be hopefully still playing in the league one day.
Yeah.
And then you can look into that coaching career.
Right.
Yeah, like one of the things that helped me out with just getting into the coaching field was I spent my last year at Towson, like helping out, being a student assistant on the staff, and that prepared me and got me job offers at the college level. And then, I had to make a decision because I had a baby on the way, and the college coaches don't make too much early, so I couldn't go that route. But no, it's definitely something that I'll be excited to see you do, because I know how you're a student of the game. You love it. I saw you work with, kids, and like this is something that you have a passion for. So I would definitely love to see you in that realm or field.
Yeah, I got something to say though. Like, hey, Lank on the come up though. They got some kids in the youth. Them boys gonna be some dogs. You just gotta keep working with them for sure. They on the come up.
Definitely.
Sure. I'll say that. I could definitely say that right
now. Speaking of Lancaster coming up, and as a sophomore, you got to play with Deontay Cherry and Aaron Swinton and my man Derek. So you got to see all them guys go on to college and go on and play college football. How did that help you out and like make you realize that you can really do this thing?
They were some dogs. Like like even in practice, they were I guess they knew I had some potential, and so they was dogging me in practice. Honestly, like they was coming. So I respected that. Like they took the time to actually like they seen something in me, so they would push me. You know, kids might like as a sophomore, I was probably better than all the sophomores, but like the senior like Cherry, I say Cherry for instance. There was a time we did one-on-ones. I think Cherry. This is when he first. I don't know if you remember. He came back from IMG.
Yeah.
He came back different. I ain't gonna lie. He came back different. And he hit me with like a post corner or something crazy. And he spun me he spun me around. I ain't gonna lie. I did something crazy, 180 or something. I don't know what I did. And then that's when I said, oh yeah, I actually looked up to him after that for sure.
I didn't know Trey went to IMG. How'd that happen?
I guess he was down there just training. He was getting right for his senior year.
It's crazy.
He came back with that work for sure. Swinton went crazy too. Swinton went crazy his senior year.
He did.
Yeah, Swinton's senior year was nuts.
Yeah, he went crazy, especially that Cedar Crest game.
Yeah,
he had like 6 TDs. Oh my goodness. Whatever he wanted out there. But yeah, I respect them boys for sure. They put in that work.
Back in McCaskey, also, you guys had you guys all came up. You all came up through just under Booby for the most part. Rest in peace to Booby. But you guys came up, all played together, and you guys won that special run and on the basketball court.
Right.
Where you guys were, arguably the second best McCaskey basketball team ever.
Yeah.
Behind us.
Yeah, throw that in there, huh?
Yeah, but how's that though? Just going on that whole run, and
it was special. But I'm be honest, we should have won it. I'm be honest, we should have won it. Like I look back, like man, we had it. Like we was there. Like it was in our hands. But at the same time, we wasn't even supposed to be there. Honestly, we came in the last seed in the state playoffs. Like our district run was terrible. We did terrible in districts. I'm be honest, we did terrible. We got burnt out though. We were playing with 5 and 4 players, back to back games, and then we came back with our full team, and then we got smoked by Central York. They weren't even good, but we were burnt out. We got smoked. We in the locker room all talking like, hey, this ain't gonna work in states. Y'all know that. Like, we gotta get right. We got that week off, and we came back with a spark. Them boys we played actually Abington. They had I don't know if you remember the boy Amir Hinton. He plays for the Knicks now. They were talking crazy. They were like, y'all might as well pack your bags right now. Like, y'all might as well turn around. We like, nah, we didn't take that trip up here for no reason now. Like, we fresh, we got our legs back. We came out there and smoked them. I think Rand had at least 35 that game. I think he went 9 for 10 or something like that from 3. He was in a different zone. He helped us out a lot. But I ain't gonna lie, Amir got off on us still though. He had at least I think 30. And then we ended up beating some team called Methankton. Then we hit that buzzer beater on LaSalle, and then we ran into Roman Catholic. Them boys were good. They were decent.
Y'all had them though. I was at that game. Y'all had them.
Yeah, we had them. We just got in foul trouble. That's all it was. And our bench. It was tough with our bench. I'll be honest. It was tough with our bench. We didn't have too much depth on our bench at that time. But I'll say like my experience in McCaskey, like basketball, I'll say that team, our chemistry, especially with that starting 5, our chemistry was crazy. And we had a few players on the bench that played with us as well, like AAU, rec, middle schools.
I think that like you played in that one of the first eras that started leaning towards just being we're a basketball city now. And I feel like there's a lot of good kids with a lot of potential that could be good football players, that don't want to play anymore because they want to be basketball players, where it's much harder to get a free education in basketball than football.
It's hard. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize I wanted to really like take football seriously until after my sophomore year, because I didn't expect the ball I'm gonna be honest. I didn't expect the ball like that my sophomore year. I was just went out there like, yeah, I'm gonna perform, but I was getting ready for basketball. Honestly, I was, and then I went out there when I got my first pick. The next game I got some more picks. I'm like, oh, this all right out here. And I was making plays. I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. And then the school started coming in, like different colleges, like letters and stuff. Then I started going to camps, and I was performing well at the camps, actually.
I remember like reffing you at the freshman middle school level, and you were kind of more of a basketball guy. Your dad thought you were going to be a basketball guy.
I was nice and ball.
And around, like you said, senior year, when you were hanging out with Coach Way a little more, and I was around him, you seemed like, you knew football was your meal ticket.
Right, yeah.
So what would be your advice to these kids out here to think that, basketball is going to be theirs, but they should be on the football field?
Hey, all I'm going to say is you should definitely play both, just because it's going to help you either, or if you play basketball or if you play football, it's going to help out regardless. Like even my cousin Kobe. Like Kobe could have played football if he wanted to. He just was good in basketball too. Like I was good in football, but I was good in basketball. It actually like benefited me, like especially like covering like different receivers, like man to man, like basketball, like especially playing somebody with a handle, like it's easier to stay in front of them in football. But I suggest you take your time with that. Don't just lean towards one, especially in high school. Like experience, like even if I should have played baseball too, honestly, but baseball's that's where the bag is for real. Nah, for real, they making that bread. But
yeah, as a sophomore, I knew you were gonna be good. Like just being around and being an old head, you can see like, what sport kids are special in. And we got to see you at an early age, and we're like, yeah, like he got it in football. I mean, you were good in basketball too, but I mean, football, you were special.
Right.
Just going through that whole process of just coming from Lancaster, and you got it from the mud. Like you got it, like you just kept grinding. What advice would you give like the younger generation who like might not hit the SAT scores and they might quit, or they might go to a JUCO, get hurt, and then quit? Like you didn't do that. You kept grinding. What advice would you give to them as in to keep grinding and keep that perseverance going?
You just gotta be, honestly, it's a mental thing. You gotta be mentally strong. Like, because you're gonna go through things. It's just life. It's gonna happen. You can't just let one situation bring you down and then you just give up. If you're gonna be doing that, you ain't gonna make it in life. Period. Honestly, it was hard. It was hard. Especially when I lost my all my scholarships. I even thought about like, man, I'm about to just go to the Army or something. I don't know. Like, but I was like, it's something in me. It was. I don't know. It was just, I had heart. You gotta have heart. I just couldn't personally give up. Like I couldn't let myself just, especially with all the talent. If you have talent, you gotta use that. You gotta use it to your advantage. Like, if God gives you a special ability, you need to take advantage of that and really use it and work on your crafts at what you do. But it's just not gonna be handed to you. You gotta actually bring that dog out of you. If you a dog, bring that dog out of you and go and get it for real. That's if you really want it though. You gotta want it for sure.
Is that what got you through that mentality when you tore the pec in the season opener?
That was hard too. That hurt because that was my junior year. I was ready to ball that year. I was ready to go crazy. And I was down. I was definitely down for a little bit. For sure. I gained a lot of weight too. I don't know if I got up to like 226. I was not feeling myself, and then I was trying to, when I got cleared, because it took me like, how long? Maybe like 8 months to recover. And then once I got
surgery?
cleared, it was long. Like, especially like trying to re-strengthen your arm, like your chest, like get back in the weight room. I was already out of shape. So I was really trying to work hard last summer to like actually get back into complete shape, which I did not. I honestly didn't. But I was still able to move a little bit, but it wasn't where I wanted to be. So like going into this season now, like I'm probably about, I'm in shape. I feel like I can move right now, so I'm feeling good. Eating healthy.
What's your weight right now? Height and weight and stuff.
I'm like 6'1", like 217 right now. But it's more like a lean 217. It's not like I don't really got much fat on me right now. I think I want to stay at this weight, stay comfortable right here, because this year I'm probably be covering like slots and receivers, so I got to be able to move for sure.
So how was that whole working out process like during the quarantine? Were you trying to?
We was going crazy. We was going crazy. I'll be honest. We started out on the field. We was on the field a lot, and then I was doing a lot of push-ups, and I actually found some weights in my grandparents in the garage. So I started using those weights. I don't know where those weights were the past 17 years. But I ended up finding them, and I was like doing like hang cleans and military press, rows, abs, and then eventually we were getting like some private sessions in some gyms, and we started getting right. So we were honestly ahead of like a few players. Like, well, we seen like the NFL guys were getting it in, like most of the D1 players. So I knew for a fact I couldn't like lag behind at all. But like once I got here, like I was in shape. I'm definitely in shape right now for sure. So the quarantine definitely helped me get right.
You got one, Brandon?
Nah, go ahead.
So I know you mentioned that Carson Newman graduated 28 seniors. They lost their entire secondary, including 2 All-Americans, and Desmond Farrell and Darius Williams.
Right.
So that leaves a lot of opportunity on a team that you already mentioned is ranked top 25. And I know you mentioned you're going to play like a hybrid position, but what do you think is the best spot for you to play this year for you to play on Sundays?
That's a great question. I want to play everywhere, honestly. I want to be at outside linebacker. I want to be at the strong safety position, and maybe sometimes they'll put me at corner, like let's say like in the red zone. They got like a big receiver out there. I can definitely cover him for sure. And I don't know if you guys know Isaiah Simmons from
Clemson.
So sort of like that. I want to be just roaming around everywhere.
You know he ran a 4.3, right?
Yeah, he's dog. He's definitely a dog.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What's your 40 time?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The last time I ran a 40 was in Virginia at my cousin's house. It was a hand time though. I don't know how true it was. He clocked me at 4.3. He clocked me at 4.3, but right now I put on some weight. So I'm gonna respectfully say I run a 4.5, a low 4.5.
You run a 4.3, you will be playing on Sundays. There's no.
Yeah, I'm trying to get down there, though. I'm definitely trying to get down there. So I've been working on my speed. Getting with Coach Long. We're going to take some extra time to get my 40 down right now. Learn some new techniques. We'll see what I can.
That digital is a different world, though, man. When they go digital.
Yeah, you can't play around with that.
Yeah, B-Way found out he ran a 5 flat when he got to Penn State.
Whoa. You don't got to talk about business on here.
Put him on the digital, man. He was like, I ran a 5 flat.
It was just a bad run. It was a bad run. That was a hard time, man.
It was a 4.8, right, B?
Strength trainers were laughing at me. That was a hard time, man.
Yeah, I can't play around with that laser. Not for real.
So what do you think position-wise is your best chance? Like I know you want to play over the field, but where do you see yourself at if you make it to that level?
I'll say like a nickel, like Tyran. Just let me play ball. Yeah.
I like you in the strong safety position.
Yeah, for sure.
Wherever he can help the team win, man, is where he's going to play at.
If I play, I'm at that point. Wherever you need me, coach. Sure.
Definitely. But nah, man, I don't really have anything else for you.
I got a couple more.
But
for one, you played in like you said, Charlotte, and now you're in Jefferson City. How was Charlotte? Fun city?
Charlotte was amazing. Charlotte is like a smaller Atlanta to me. Like I said, a lot of culture going on out there. A lot of successful people. And the people that are successful out there, they're trying to. They want to see their younger black, the younger black generation like successful. So they're trying to help you out. They might say like, even if they can't help you, but like they say, I know somebody that can benefit you. Like they're always trying to reach out. So that's why I like Charlotte a lot.
See yourself going back there at some point if possible?
Oh yeah, I need to go back for sure. I definitely got to go back.
Hey, Carson's a Christian school?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Well, I imagine that's a big difference for being on a football field.
Yeah, definitely. We just got out of church maybe a few hours ago. We had church this morning.
And that's mandatory?
Like tomorrow. Yeah, it's mandatory. I gotta say a different Bible verse tomorrow. My days are on Monday. Like each day we got like somebody's like saying something in the Bible and then talk about how you feel about it. So they're very big on their religious stance.
So I imagine you see like even a different coaching style from the HBCU and Valley Forge days.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. We got a new head coach this year, Coach Clowney. He's a black coach. He's cool. He's cool. He's definitely cool. He still gives me that HBCU energy.
Yeah.
You got him, Coach Goss, and Coach Lee. They're all African American. So they help us relate a lot. I'll say for sure.
I would say one of the biggest downfalls of the pandemic is the effect it's having on smaller school athletes' professional chances. So every year you get, a handful of guys that end up going on to be Pro Bowlers that have great careers that come or undrafted or day 3 picks. Have you put any thought of that and how it's going to affect your chances if we're still in this thing next year?
Oh yeah, definitely. You got to be realistic. Like you can't just, because I'm not at no Alabama University or LSU, so I know I gotta actually network myself, advertise myself, like keep posting maybe videos of me training or my different clips of my film, or trying to reach out to like different scouts or coaches or agents. Like I follow a lot of NFL stuff, and I gotta actually like keep looking at improving my knowledge for the game, because I know coming from a small school, they want to challenge you way more than they do it at like a Division I level. Like, and I believe these past years they've been looking heavily into small schools. Like Kyle Duggar I believe he was the first safety drafted this year. I believe so, over like Ducklet from LSU, a few other guys, but I believe he was the first one off the board for safeties. But he went crazy. He definitely went crazy in his combine. He went crazy.
Yeah, I think it's going to hurt. like even guys like Victor Cruz or Calvin Harris Jr. from the Broncos was an undrafted pick, and now you're getting rid of all the preseason games. A lot of these guys, Victor Cruz made it on the preseason and then end up going to be a Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
So now you got no preseason or cutting down rosters from 90 to 80. That's really going to hurt a lot of guys that you probably had a good chance of making a roster.
They just better bring that dog out. You can't play around out there.
Yeah, but you ain't got a chance no more. How you going to showcase it? You're not getting the reps in practice.
Yeah, you're right. Hopefully the NFL organizes something for those guys. I don't know. I don't think they'll just cut them. I don't know personally.
It's a coach's job to evaluate talent, so they got to have like some sort of scrimmages and inter squad scrimmages in place to take care of something like that. So they may not have preseason games versus someone else, but maybe they can do a little 10-minute fourth quarter thing with their own team. And coaches figure things out, man. They figure how. I mean, it ain't gonna be a perfect system, but everyone's got to adjust to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is,
Carson got 44 or had like 44 current or former NFL players play in the league. So, I mean, the chances are there.
Yeah, this is a very legit program, and I'm honestly thankful to be here right now. This is probably the best program I've been at so far. Honestly, even the way like the coaches treat us, like you can tell they really care about their players on and off the field.
We got a question from your wife, B. She wants to know, what is something you didn't do as a young kid growing up that you wish you would have done in sports?
Good question for these young athletes.
Oh yeah, that's a great question. I wish I would have worked out way harder, like especially like using like the ladder, the cones. Like I didn't know how reliable that stuff was. Even getting in the weight room, like I could just imagine if I used all that stuff at 15, 16 years old, how much better that would have made me. And I don't know where I probably would have been. I don't know. I'll probably be somewhere way bigger than I'm at right now, honestly. Yeah, for sure. Because I realized how reliable that stuff is. Like I was just going off of natural talent, and like I said, we got a lot of guys that's just naturally talented or athletic. And I thought that was just what I could rely on. But that only lasts for so long, personally.
Yeah, when you get to college, everybody's athletic.
Yeah.
Everybody's naturally athletic.
Fast. Especially these Florida boys. These Florida boys ain't playing. These boys fast.
They play year round down there.
Them boys is naturally fast. Now they got natural speed. Like that's God given.
Yeah, but with the NFL stuff, I think they're going to get more out of practice now anyway. I think in them inter squad scrimmages, that's going to be the big measuring point for these guys now trying to make the team.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, babe. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say they probably rather have this than have the actual preseason games.
Yeah, a lot of coaches seem saying even on the Hard Knocks, they'll say that they rather have the inter squad scrimmages because they can control more. But for a safety like Kyaire, you can light a guy up in a preseason game and make a name for yourself, make Sports Center. You can't light nobody up in an inter squad scrimmage because there's rules in place that you're not going to hurt nobody, and that's why coaches prefer it. But for a guy trying to make a team,
if it's a legit scrimmage though, you can't get your helmet knocked off.
Yeah, but you can't just go out there and just lay somebody, especially starting.
No, I'm telling you, some of these I've been in some. They don't really care. If they're trying to get on the field, someone gonna light you up.
Right.
And then you see him getting walked off the field every year in Hard Knocks when they said, "We told you what to do," and now and then you're walking off the field.
Yeah,
go to the locker room.
I just feel like you just gotta let them know that you're supposed to be there. Like we had, I don't know if you remember Trent Cannon. He was a running back for Virginia State. He played in our conference, and he was you could just tell he was meant to be in the league. And he still has a job right now for the New York Jets. He plays, of course, he's playing behind Le'Veon, but he got the job. He got the job there. He runs a 4.3. He's a freak of an athlete. He definitely deserves to be in the league. I feel like you just gotta let it be known, like, yeah, you're one of us. You just gotta when it's your time on that stage, you just gotta be able to perform.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So you're last year at Johnson C. Smith, you guys were like 4-6, and now you're going to what's considered a national powerhouse in the D2. Do you feel a different level of pressure around the program? That I mean, you're like you said, you're already ranked top 20 in 2 different publications. Top 25, I'm sorry. It's a different atmosphere.
Yeah, I like it. I'm trying to get a ring this year. I feel like because the season they had last year, like the way I'm looking at it, they honestly should have won the national championship. They beat West Florida, which won the national championship this past year. They beat them, I believe, I don't know, maybe a touchdown or 2. And then that was the first game of the season. And then they ended up playing LR again in the playoffs. They ended up losing to LR maybe like 34-23 or something like that. But the way the game went, they got like at least 3 touchdowns called back on them. I guess they weren't a disciplined team.
They lost in the Sweet 16 last year, right?
Yeah, they lost in the Sweet 16. And they lost a lot, but there's still some. We still got some good pieces here, and we brought some good pieces in.
And we have a coach from Stevens College that commented and said that he only been around you a short time coaching or playing, and you were one of the most respectful young kids he's ever met.
I appreciate that for sure. Thank you.
So with the guy like Braxton Westfield, you know there's going to be some NFL scouts in the stands. Does that change your approach to the game? Like, you know, like maybe they'll come here and see him, and they're I'll catch their eye.
Yeah, you got if they come, you better perform. That's your time to shine. Honestly, that's a blessing. You got to take advantage of that kind of stuff. Because he's already he's going to be a junior this year. He can honestly leave this year if he wants to. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be looking for other guys that they can find, and that's my time to market myself.
Yeah,
during those times. But I'm looking forward to going against him in practice, and we'll make each other better.
Still sharp and still, man. So if you can get better by guarding him, that's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. Right.
All right, B. I think we got a lot out of it. Kyaire, man, I really appreciate you coming on and doing big things for Lancaster, and we hope you make it to that next level.
I appreciate y'all for having me too.
Somebody else commented and just said your dad was a problem.
Well, Mike Vick.
Here they go with that talk.
Well, Mike Vick, man.
He wouldn't want to see me though.
Who was the better athlete?
Me?
You? he didn't even think about it.
No question.
We had this argument before.
You the better player?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what? Your dad will be okay with that. You want your kids to be better.
Right. For sure.
Nah, I'd be mad. If they didn't answer this so quickly, I'd be mad.
Your dad. I played some big time football, man. Your dad was one of the best quarterbacks I've ever been around. He was.
I just seen that someone posted a video of him throwing to your brother. B. He had like three bombs that day.
Yeah, he was a bad boy.
I would have been back there picking that thing off.
As you should.
Sure.
No, but yeah, man, we definitely appreciate you stopping by, man, showing us some love. You already know what it is between us, you know. Whatever you need, I'm here for you. We're here for you. Like I said, man, your grind is second to none. I mean, you've been doing it for a while. And
so, Lil B next up too.
So you saying you would have shut down Billy Way then?
Y'all starting something else.
That's what you said. You got there picking them off. I'm just saying. I just seen him hop on, so I'm like, oh, you all right. I get it.
So before we September 3rd, Thursday night football, West Georgia. You guys playing, you think?
September 26th. We just
Oh, you moved it.
Yep, September 26th. Okay. So yeah, we ready for that. We're gonna be ready.
I know you guys already canceled week 2, right? Who was that?
I hope not. That's Wingate.
No, you had a game. They canceled.
Oh yeah,
out
we
of
did.
conference.
We did. Yep, we did. Yep, you're right. Yeah.
I'll just add, man. I'm all about the education, man. So congratulations. You got that ahead of time. You still have eligibility left. That's big. And get your master's, man. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. Set yourself up for the future.
Sure.
You'd be a good role model to a lot of kids running around Lancaster right now, man.
And definitely, you got any shout outs?
Hey, shout out to Link, man. Link, I'm trying to tell you, Link is next up with the player, with the athletes. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm calling it now. Lil be way next up too. For sure. For sure.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. No,
did you answer man. What do you get your master's in? What are you pursuing?
MBA. I'm getting my MBA.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Get it early, man. Get it early. I just got mine and I waited too long. So
yeah, I see that. That's big moves though. At least you got it.
Trying.
Sure.
Yeah, man. Like I said, we're always here for you in the media platform, whatever you need. You know what I mean? Just let us know. We're definitely in your corner cheering for you. I'm gonna try to get down to Tennessee this year. I've been trying to get down to Charlotte for a while.
Tennessee is hot. Just be prepared. It's hot down here.
I believe it. But shout out the 7-letter family as always. Red, you got any shout outs?
Man, shout out to Lancaster. I'm going with that. They're next up.
Sure.
That's Rudolph. You got any shout outs?
Nah, man. Shout outs to no one. But good luck this year, Kyaire. I'm glad you're doing well, man. It's good seeing these kids that I saw come up doing good things, man.
I appreciate that.
Keep grinding, man. That story about you sending your own film out, man. I was impressed by that.
Oh yeah, I had to. I hope all kids do that though. Honestly, even if they don't got the help, like just reach out. They gotta understand it's okay to reach out to people.
Yeah.
Because you feel me? Like nobody knew me, so I had to reach out.
Hard work always pays off, man. Always.
I remember us sitting at the kitchen table making your highlight tape.
Yeah.
That was probably what, 10th, 11th grade?
11th grade, probably, yeah.
But yeah, anybody interested in the TCP gear, make sure you can go on the tcpnetwork.com. You can get your Opinionated Facts shirts, TCP shirts, whatever you need. Say Less is up today as well. I think Sit Down with the Johnsons is up today as well. Make sure you guys tune in to all those shows. Other than that, we good, fellas? Everybody?
Yeah.
Stay laid up, stay prayed up.
Tune into this show too.
Yeah. Opinionated Facts, yes. Replay it, share it, like it, subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff, man. All the stuff that I really don't know nothing about, but subscribe to all that stuff. Thanks again, Kyaire, man. We definitely appreciate it. Stay laid up, stay prayed up, stay out the way. Listen to what some old folks have to say. See you guys next week. Peace.
I'll let y'all.